Hello, Cancers. This video is for you guys. I'm doing your 2026 forecast for the year, Cancer. My name is Malika Semper from Malika Semper Astrology, and let's get into it for you guys, Cancer. So, looking at 2026, you're kind of a big deal, Cancer, because you start out the year with a Cancer full moon and you end the year with a Cancer full moon. You are like on the bookends of all of 2026, holding it all together. You come in with a bang, you go out with a bang. Okay. So that's really big news there. For the first half of the year as well, let's look at the outer planets and how they're affecting you guys. So, January through June 2026 for you guys, Cancer, you still have Jupiter in your sign, and Jupiter is just this happy-go-lucky planet that just wants to bless you. Okay. So, those of you guys, those Cancers born between June 29th and July 23rd, you have Cancer on top of you this year. Okay. Um, Actually, yes, that's right. So Cancer's born during that time. Keep creating the world that you desire. Keep creating, speaking your dreams out loud, journaling your dreams, sharing your dreams with others. Jupiter is here just for a little bit. He's going to leave you guys in June. So take advantage of the first half of the year to where you can really work with Jupiter and call in what you want to bring into creation for yourselves. Jupiter is just waiting in the wings to gift you guys, Cancer, but he has to know what it is that you are wanting to receive. And then he can go about opening doorways for you, throwing $100 on the ground for you to find, bringing in opportunities and inspirations. Truly, the sky is the limit for you guys, Cancer, from the beginning of the year through June. Okay. So the first half of the year. And then in the summer, this could be a very reflective summer for you guys. Mercury goes retrograde and it's going retrograde in your sign. Okay. So a very reflective summer. We'll get into the details of that a little bit more. And all year, you guys, Neptune is in Aries, and this is squaring you, Cancer. Okay, so let me talk about what this can feel like for you guys. And I want you guys born between June 22nd and June 28th to pay extra attention because this is really affecting you guys the most. So when Neptune is in Aries, it's creating a square to you, Cancer. And in this square energy from Neptune, there can be a lot of confusion, a lot of fogginess. You're feeling floaty. It's like you're feeling ungrounded a bit. When Neptune squares your sun, it's this forgetfulness that sets in. We misplaced our phone. We can't find our keys. We're late to the appointment, so on and so forth. So for you guys, Cancers, especially early degree Cancers born June 22nd through 28th, you're going to have to practice your grounding strategies. You're going to have like things set up for yourself that you can lean in on and rely on because you're sort of all over the place. And it's a lot of like, when Neptune squares you, there can be second guessing, there could be self-doubt, there could be this idea of like, who am I? Where am I going? What am I trying to accomplish? Okay. So a fogginess, I mean, Neptune is so ethereal. So a fogginess can really set in for you guys, where you just have to be extra disciplined and work harder at being disciplined because Neptune just sort of wants to take you out into la la land and we can get lost in la la land when he's squaring us. Okay. So there's a heads up for that. Now, in comes, so you guys start out the with the full moon, right? So the full moon is January 3rd. It's at 13 degrees of Cancer, and you guys just come in shining so bright. The full moon, the whole sky is lit up at the start of the year with your guys' energy. So it's like a party in Cancer has arrived. It's beautiful, meaningful, deep connection. It's emotional connection. It's going inward. It's the home space. It's the sacredness of your inner circle and family and home and where you've planted your roots and those beautiful things starting out the year. Okay. Then You guys are doing something really cool in the heavens. January 12th and 13th, we have what's called a grand trine up in the heavens. And basically, what this is, it's a geographical shape in the heavens that becomes a triangle between all the water signs. So, this is the gift of water. So, the gift of emotional receptivity, emotional wisdom, the feeling world, the things that matter in our own inner world and our private life is all brought to the forefront, and you're helping to sort of throw this grand trine party, Cancer. So you are taking place, Cancer, in the planet of Jupiter, right? So Jupiter is in your sign, while the other water signs, so Scorpio, well, the moon will be in Scorpio. Jupiter will be in your sign, Cancer. Saturn is in Pisces. And so all the water signs are sort of putting on a performance mid-January. So it's going to feel really good to you mid-January, okay, in this grand trine in water. And then let's talk about your love life come February. So, February 10th, Venus, the planet of love, moves into Pisces. And this, you guys love Pisces. Pisces is one of your best friends. Pisces is very, very supportive of you, Cancer. So, this is giving Cancer super romantic vibes in a trine for the rest of the month. So, love life seems to flow. There's a sweetness, there's a tenderness, there's a really close connectivity, which you guys really appreciate in partnership, Cancer, that is coming in early February. Okay. Now, February 13th, let's talk about Saturn and the way that Saturn is affecting you guys. So, Saturn moves into Aries February 13th. And Saturn in Aries can feel like a thorn in the side for Cancer for the rest of the year. Saturn in Aries is going to affect Cancers born between June 22nd and July 9th the most. So you guys are going to have Saturn squaring your sun. It could feel a bit, starting February, it could feel a bit Cancer like you're walking uphill. It could feel a little bit like you have to work extra hard this year, put extra effort in. Saturn loves to see us work hard, loves to see us put the effort in. But it can also be like a little bit of blockages and delays coming in this year for you, Cancer. And so slow and steady wins the race for you this year. When we push too hard when Saturn is squaring us, we are met with frustrations. We can feel depleted, we can feel tired. So keep that in mind, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. It could feel like a year of hard work, but Cancer, you are a cardinal sign. So you can step up to the plate and do that hard work. Now, again, not all Cancers, but mostly Cancers born between June 22nd and July 9th are being squared by Saturn, okay? Then we go into March, and the beginning of March, Mars moves into Pisces. The planet of energy moves into Pisces March 2nd. And this is giving you, Cancer, a lovely boost of energy in a trine for the rest of March. So, March for you, Cancer, is a really good month to take action, to take initiative, to step into leadership, to jump in and do the thing, to take the risk. Because when Mars enters Pisces, Mars is supporting you in your goals and any place in your life where you're taking action and you're putting initiatory energy. Okay. So Mars is a great time to jump in and take action. Then we also have March 6th, Venus, the planet of love, moves into Aries. And this puts a little bit of a wrench in your love life for the next 5 weeks or so. You know, Aries, Cancer, you don't vibe the most comfortable with Aries energy, and Aries is a little too perhaps aggressive for you in your face, too excitable, too obnoxious in Cancer's eyes at times. And so when the planet of love enters Aries, you know, all relationships sort of take on an Aries vibe to them, and you can feel this, and it just isn't the most comfortable time for you in relationship, okay? Early March through April, mid-April or so. Then mid-March, we have this Pisces full moon coming in. And this full moon in Pisces, mid-March, March 18th, makes you, Cancer, feel very emotionally supported. The whole sky is lighting up with Pisces energy. Pisces is your friend. Remember, Cancer, Pisces is your friend. And you feel the tenderness, the closeness, the love, the introversion, the sort of reflection on private life and the sacredness of alone time time and the inner world really come into focus. And you love this energy. So mid-March, March 18th, feels really good for you with this full moon coming in. And here comes April. And April brings your love life back on track. Okay. The planet Venus moves out of Aries and enters Taurus. And you guys like Taurus. You get along with Taurus energy. Taurus is earthy and really supports Cancer in a sextile. So, Cancer, you get your groove back in your love life when Venus enters Taurus in April. Okay. So, things should run a little bit smoother from the sort of choppy month of March. Then we have April 1st, April Fool's Day. We have a full moon coming in Libra. And so the start of April can be a little bit challenging for you guys, Cancer. Libra energy squares you. You don't quite know what to do with Libra energy, how to groove, how to dance with Libra energy. So this full moon in Libra, the whole sky is being lit up April 1st with Libra energy. And this could be a little bit too extroverted outward, too many people everywhere. It really does focus on like your social life and how many contacts you have and how you're seen and does everybody like me sort of energy. And it's just not your jam. Okay. So that full moon in Libra is challenging for you, Cancer, especially Cancers born between July 2nd and 7th. Okay, so watch out for that energy. You know, Libra is here to teach you something, but those lessons can sometimes be a little bit awkward or uncomfortable. So keeping your heart open and listening for those Libra lessons coming in April 1st. Then we have April 9th and 10th. And, we have Mars and Mercury. Mars, the planet of physical energy, and Mercury, our communication. They both move into Aries. And April just turns into like a bit of a challenging month for you. It throws you guys for a loop as far as communication goes, and the flow of smooth movement going forward sort of goes right out the window from April through mid-August. So you guys are going to really have to watch your communications. It could feel like, from April to August, we have to just pause and think before we speak, be a little bit more diplomatic with the way that we communicate with people, because Mercury in Aries is a little bit too fiery for you guys, and it's a little bit too blunt. Some might say obnoxious, and you're a little bit more introverted in the way that you communicate, Cancer. So it can feel a little bit awkward for you. And also Mars and Aries, it is this, you move a little bit slower than Aries. It's a little bit more, think of Cancer, the crab. The crab moves sideways, and Cancer or Aries just goes straight forward like the ram, right? Head on, crashes into the thing. And you like to be a little bit more roundabout in your movements, looking at things from different perspectives and different angles. So forward movement might feel a little bit frustrated for you. So slow and steady again when you're going after your goals or your plans, Cancer, from April through August. Okay. Again, in April, we have a new moon in Aries, and this is also challenging for you. April is just not your finest month, Cancer, but it does bring up some tension and discomfort with that new moon in Aries on April 17th, especially for those Cancers born between July 18th and July 22nd. So learn the wisdom of Aries and what Aries is trying to teach you, Cancer, and that will go a little bit more smoothly for you, hopefully, with that open-mindedness, right? Then finally, we go into May 1st. There's a full moon in Scorpio, and finally, you're celebrating. The sky is lit up with Scorpio energy. Scorpio is your friend. Scorpio supports you. Scorpio understands you. You guys are both water signs. And so, with this full moon in Scorpio, May 1st, it finally puts you at ease again from the more sort of turbulent month of April, right? It puts you at ease in your emotional world. You just feel like you can move a bit more gracefully now in May. And then mid-May, Venus enters Cancer as well. And Cancer, you become the star of the show in relationships in May. The planet of relationship moves into your sign, and there is a fulfillment that comes in here with heart energy, heart connection. It could be, when Venus is in Cancer, that planet of love love and pleasure is really blessing you guys in May all the way through June. And so you can feel that within your relationships and your partnerships and just really honoring this desire and the beauty that comes from those deeper heart connections that you cultivate. Then June 1st, Mercury enters Cancer, and now communication becomes a little bit easier for you guys as well. So June 1st, you guys sort of become the smarty pants of the Zodiac Cancer as the planet of communication enters your sign for the whole entire month until beep, beep, beep. Mercury goes retrograde in your sign June 29th. So the first part of June, you're thriving in communication. You got your wits about you. You have all the answers. You're the smarty pants. You're intellectual. You're stimulating intellectually. You find mental connections really easily. There's harmony in your communications. And then June 29th comes about. Mercury decides to go retrograde in your sign, Cancer. So pay attention here. June 29th until July 23rd. Mercury is going to be retrograde in Cancer. Those Cancers born between July 7th and July 21st are going to feel this the most. It is time to become quiet, Cancer, especially you, because this is in your sign. It is time to go inward, to be reflective, to think about conversations that you've had in the past that are coming up for you now. Okay. It is about sort of reconfiguring what was said, having it make sense to you, having those conversations that maybe were swept under the rug before. It's just we are redoing in a Mercury retrograde. So we're rethinking, we're reprocessing, we are revisiting all of those things that have to do with communication. Okay, so that's important for you guys. Mercury goes retrograde in your sign until July 23rd. Now, the new moon, mid-July, is falling in your sign at 21 degrees of Cancer. You become main character energy. You have the spotlight on you. This feels good. Mid-July, you guys are like in your element again. You guys are thriving. The night is dark. The sky is dark. It's the tiniest sliver of a new moon in Cancer, July 14th. And this is a time for you guys, mid-July, to plant seeds of new beginnings, to really strategize what it is that you want to cultivate and bring into fruition in your life. So there's magic that happens for you with this new moon in Cancer mid-July, especially those Cancers born between July 11th and July 17th. You guys are going to feel the magic the most. And then there's a sigh of relief July 23rd as Mercury retrograde is over in your sign and starts moving forward again. Okay, so then communication should come a little bit easier, a little bit smoother, and misunderstandings tend to be over. And you can just really say what you want to say and it lands better for the recipient. Now, mid-August, you guys sort of get your groove back. Mars moves into Cancer. Mars moves into Cancer, and this gives you guys more confidence. It gives you a boost to your ego. It gives you guys more courage and bravery to go after what you want to go after. So mid-August, okay, and for the next 6 weeks, I want you guys to really say yes and jump in to take the risk. Mars moves into Cancer, and it just gives you it's like wings beneath your wings. It's like a propeller at your back, okay? So moving forward with confidence, with ease, and making things happen for yourself mid-August for the next 6 weeks, okay? Then we have an eclipse coming in that's really going to affect you guys very well. So August 27th, we have a new moon eclipse in Pisces. Remember, Pisces is your friend, Cancer, and you feel supported. You feel good in this trine. You feel emotionally understood, emotionally held. There's a nurturing, there's a sweetness, there's a softness with this eclipse for you. And things come in and they land in your lap, and you have this ability to sort of level up, Cancer, when it comes to the end of August, okay? A lot of growth coming in, and it's growth that works for you with this eclipse because Cancer supports or Pisces supports you. Okay. Then comes September, towards the end, September 26th, we have a full moon in Aries, and here's this darn Aries coming in again and making things a little bit uncomfortable for you. This is a loud full moon. It's a full moon. The whole sky is lit up with Aries energy on September 26th. This can be difficult, especially for those Cancers born between June 22nd and 28th. This full moon is right on top of you. It's knocking you in the head. And you might feel a little bit like hiding under the sky. Okay. That Aries energy can feel like a thorn in the side for you, Cancer. And you sort of have to figure out how to dance with this Aries energy, how to work with it. So here comes October, and this is big for everybody. Venus goes retrograde at 8 degrees of Scorpio. When Venus goes retrograde, this is a reflection and a time to look back on your love life. This is like the quintessential transit of like all your exes coming back into your world and either wanting to rekindle or needing some closure, whichever way it goes. But the good news for you guys, Cancer, is that Venus is going retrograde in Scorpio, and Scorpio is your friend. So even though it's a retrograde, it is, it's not too hard for you guys, Cancer, because you know how to work with Scorpio energy. Okay. So it's just going to make you a little bit more reflective and sort of ponder on your love life from October 3rd through November 13th, Cancer. Okay, so put that in your calendar. And then we have October 10th coming in. October 10th, there is this big fat full moon in Libra, and it just makes you squirm a little bit, under this energy, especially Cancers born between July 7th and July 13th. Libra is not the most comfortable sign for you guys, and the whole sky is lit up with Libra energy. And so, for you guys, Cancer, being open-minded, being open-hearted, and learning what Libra has to teach you, right? But it's definitely big, loud energy, and this is again energy that might make you want to just sort of stay inside under your covers. October 10th. Then we finally have a beautiful new moon in Scorpio November 8th, and this puts you at ease. Like I said, Scorpio is your friend. Scorpio trines you, and so Scorpio is very nourishing and nurturing and understanding of your needs, Cancer. So a new moon in Scorpio sky, November 8th. The beginning of November just feels sweet. It feels gentle. It feels quiet for you, and that's sort of what the sky that you love, that you thrive under, Cancer. So giving thanks for your Scorpio friend and bringing in those more introverted, deep, mystical vibes during the beginning of November, which you know how to work with. Let's look at Christmas 2026 for you guys, Cancer. Oh my gosh, Merry Christmas, Cancer. There is a full moon in Cancer on right close to Christmas, right before Christmas Day. Um, you guys are like the Santa Claus of December, right? The whole sky is lit up with Cancer energy on Christmas 2026. Like you guys are loving this energy. You sort of show up in all your glory, all your glamour. You know how to groove with this energy, full moon and Cancer around Christmas. This is like we want to be around our family or those we have made our family this lifetime, right? Whether it's the family we were born into or the family that we have chosen for ourselves, you want to be with your people, your close inner circle. That's where the party is. That's what feels so good and nurturing and nourishing this Christmas. It's going to feel really good to like cook and feed and eat food with those around you, giving of the heart, just being close and cozy, right? Full moon in Cancer. People have an ease with their feelings and their emotions and sharing that throughout this holiday season, and you're just thriving, in December 2026. So, Cancer, there it is. I hope that was helpful for you guys to sort of plan out your year. And thank you for watching. Have a great 2026.